Josie Gibson brought this morning to a standstill with a big story that wasn't about the usual headlines. During the Morning View segment, she and co-host Craig Doyle were joined by Giles Branderth and Tom Swarbrick to discuss the day's news. However, Josie had a different announcement. "Thank you, Giles. I have got a big story here," she said, before revealing that Turkish Delight has been named Britain's worst chocolate bar. The revelation came with a drumroll, as Josie declared, "It's Turkish Delight. My nan would be turning in her grave if she knew this." She reminisced. "I always had to bring her a Turkish Delight around to my nan if I wanted to visit." Giles humorously added his own anecdote. "Do you know, when I went to Istanbul I was known as English Delight," reports the Mirror. Tom quipped back. "By who?" "By no one, yourself," suggesting Giles had self-appointed the nickname. Giles couldn't help but laugh, admitting, "You're quite right. Some of the stuff I make up as I go along." He then critiqued the controversial sweet treat. "The reason is, the chocolate coating on the outside is fine, but when you get inside it is like a pink, raw, wobbly sausage." In another part of the discussion, Craig had to cut in as they touched upon the tragic events of the Southport stabbing incident. 3 young girls tragically lost their lives after a 17-year-old male assaulted attendees at a Taylor Swift-themed dance club, leaving others injured and several children in hospital. As the ITV host discussed the tragic events, he paused to bring some good news. He revealed that 2 children injured in the knife attack had now been discharged from Alder Hey Children's Hospital. "We do have, in a tragic story, some good news coming out of Southport this morning. Some of the children have been released from hospital," Craig announced. Giles chimed in, "Which is fantastic. The only good news to be seen out of this is first of all the heroism of some of the people who were involved who were trying to help save the children. Then the fact that the hospitals have been able to help, and 2 have come out of hospital today, which is fantastic news. It's also news, of course, that the suspect has now been named in what was an unusual court move," he added. "The reason he was named even though he's 17 and therefore underage was because the judge came to the conclusion that so much ill-informed rumor had gone round that was fueling this public unrest."